All right, welcome everybody to No Review Playthrough with Ryan and Danny. We're going to do some Mansions of Madness today. It's been a long time since we've done this, and we definitely did not want to do any dice throwing for a while.
No.
So we've set up our scenario today, and we already went through all of the extra stuff, so we've already got set up, and we are ready to go ahead and get started. So we heard a crash over here. We've got a desk with some stuff, some paintings, and a whole bunch of rooms to explore. And let's go ahead and get started then. All right, so what do you want to do? It's been a while since we've done this. So we can move 2 spaces, can be interrupted. We can search, explore, interact, action, or trade. Push, we very rarely do push. Set fire, let's not do that. Let's not steal. Barricade a door. We found that barricading doesn't do a whole lot of good.
I think maybe explore the crash.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. And there. A ruckus can be heard on the other side of this door, shouting. The crash of pots and pans, and is that hissing?
Okay, I'll read this while you find the dining room. The door swings open to reveal a dining room in chaos. An aging man in a tailcoat scrambles through a serving window into the kitchen and tries to escape a strange black creature writhing on the dining room table. Discard this explore token and place the dining room. Yeah, there we go. And a wall will block that. Just one of the walls, yeah. No, this one here.
Oh.
Yep, okay. All right, I'm sure we're not done. All right, the creature turns to face you. Its black serpentine body shifts and changes, playing tricks on your eyes as you try to focus on it.
Move in.
It hasn't said yet.
Oh.
The creature unfurls its leathery wings and unleashes a bludgeoning screech, spawn a hunting horror. So it's the winged ones. And we have painted these since the last one, so mine is definitely not black. And then suffer 2 horror and your willpower negates it.
Oh. Well. 3.
Okay, so you take 1 horror.
I guess face
Up always, unless it says differently, yes.
Roll 1 fewer die on resolving an observation.
Okay. All right, what else we got? In the center of the dining table, place a carving knife sits embedded in a roast. Put the kitchen or the knife common item. Survival knife there, so go put it on the table. So it's in the second half of the room, yeah. Investigator can pick up, take the trade action, okay. And then a question mark for a china cabinet. It's been repurposed to store all manner of knickknacks. Place a search token. Place a search token here. Through the kitchen, you can see a kitchen through the serving window. Most of the cabinets are ajar due to the food preparation, but one that has been locked shut with a chain catches your attention. 1 more search token. In the kitchen, you can also see someone has left the refrigerator open. Water leaks out into a puddle on the floor. Place that search token. All right, you spot the old man you saw climbing through the serving window in the building in the corner behind the oven. Sweat beads off his brow and his eyes bulge and chair. Place a person token. This is Eugene the butler. I think that one's just
Eugene?
Yeah.
Eugene Clemens.
Okay, so he's in there. Okay. All right, well, that's a great start. You may move 1 space in. All right, so you have 2 actions left.
Okay. I don't have any weapons. Use my brute strength.
You can use your fist, yes. 5 health.
Okay, I guess I'll beat him up with my...
Attack unarmed, there you go.
You leap into the air and kick your legs out toward the beast. Agility? 4.
Agility of 2. And you got a 0. Wow.
All blanks.
All blanks.
If you fail, the creature dodges, and with your legs committed to the attack, you land hard on the ground, suffer 1 face down damage.
Okay. Good.
Great.
Alright, you got 1 more action. Try again.
Yeah. You dodge behind the creature, hoping a strike from behind will prove you more effective than a frontal attack. Another agility. Ooh, well, all 4 now.
Okay.
If you pass, your theory proves accurate and your strike causes the creature to lurch and wheel around. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result +1.
Ooh, +1.
So he's
He's
dead.
dead.
Nice.
Okay. Alright. There we go.
Creature lurches to the ground dead. Hearing the monster's final fate, the old man in the kitchen cautiously steps out. Move Eugene as indicated.
Wow. Way to go, Ursula. Like, strangle that thing to death with your hands. So whenever a monster is defeated for mine, I gain a clue. Alright. You are done then. Alright, so for me, well, let's see, you still have a second movement. We always forget that. So if you wanted to go farther into the room, so your next turn is better.
Yeah.
Actually, technically you didn't even use a move action at all. Because by exploring, you basically get a free move in to the space. So you technically could move farther, even farther if you wanted. But you kind of need a weapon, so maybe
I'll just stop there.
stay there, yeah. Okay, so what I will do is I'll move 1. Let's see what old Eugenie has to say. The old man brushes himself. I'm going to turn down the music just a little bit. The old man brushes himself off and tries to calm his shaking composure. You came just in time. Thank you so much for saving me. My name is Eugene. We spoke earlier today. I've heard noises from the yard, but the door is locked. I think something bad is going to happen. Are you okay, or are you Mr. Vanderbilt, or ignore him? I'll ask if he's Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
He's obviously okay. Those ruffians took Mr. Vanderbilt to the yard. You can get the yard through the west door of the hall, but the door's locked. Mr. Vanderbilt likely keeps the key in his... Wait, I'm not sure if you'd want me to trust you with this. So I need to do... Influence. We don't know. So my influence is 3. Ooh, I get all 3. Let's keep that streak going here. All right, should be enough. All right, Mr. Vanderbilt has a hidden office that he often retreats to. The door is hidden in the estate's library, which is through the north door when you get into the hall. It uses a very strange lock hidden behind a bookshelf. The butler instructs you how to open the secret door of the library, gain a clue. So I don't know if that's up here. It said on the north. I don't know if how the directions quite work in here.
Yeah.
All right, that seems to be all he can do. So my first action was move, second was talk, so let's go ahead and explore that question mark. China cabinet has been repurposed to serve knickknacks, hold candles, wooden statuettes, stones, beads, other random objects. You discern what they could be for, a lore of 3. Okay, I got 2. I could spend a clue to change.
I think it's...
It's just a china cabinet. We'll go with 2. Oh, okay. As you dig through the objects, you begin to form a hunch that makes you uneasy. You have heard of objects such as these found at the ritual occult, at the site of occult rituals. They could prove useful to your investigation. Gain the circumstantial evidence unique. So this won't really do anything other than just means we've collected something. And a clue, and discard that item. Okay, so I moved, I talked, I still have 1 more movement. Can I jump through the serving window?
It has the yellow dotted line.
Oh, it's impassable
Yeah.
then. Yeah. You can see through it, you just can't. Okay. So I'll go ahead and just do my second movement up to there. All right, Mythos phase. Let's see what happens. William York, who is me, struck by a sudden wave of nausea and vertigo, he becomes dazed. Great. So you cannot spend clues to convert dice. Discard at the end of your turn. All right. Okay. All right.
My turn.
Yeah. So one
Pick up
action.
the knife.
Pick up the knife. Now, what's the instill bravery? Maybe you want to do that before.
You or another investigator within range discard one horror, then flip the card.
Okay, so I thought it was the focused one where we like turn automatically.
Focus.
No, yeah. Okay, so we can wait on that then.
Yeah. I'm gonna move back here. Is that it? Can only do 2 things.
3 things.
3. Oh, yeah.
So you,
And then explore the fridge. The refrigerator has been left cracked open, leaking a pool of water onto the floor. You pull open the heavy refrigerator door and reach in to rifle through the haphazardly stacked food. You recoil in horror as a served head of a goat falls onto the floor with a sickening thud. Suffer 1 face-down horror and gain 1 clue.
okay, so keeping goat heads in the fridge. It's always nice.
Face down? Yeah.
I think it said face down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Picked up, moved, so you have 1 more movement since you only moved once. So
I'll go back.
yeah, one thing we realized, we wasted a lot of movement when we first played this game because we thought once you moved you were done, and seemed like we were always behind.
Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I'll just follow you around. I'll go 1, 2 is my movement, 3 is search. This has been locked with a chain. The chain is sturdy, but the cabinet doors are made of thin wood. You think you can break the doors down, so strength of 4, and I cannot convert. Roll 2 additional dice to be with the crowbar. Okay, no. Ooh, okay, 3.
I had good rolls today.
Shh, don't jinx it. The flimsy wood breaks, you pull the cabinet door off the hinges, gain the sedatives. Okay, we've already discarded that. Am I done? I moved,
Movement and search.
searched. So it looks like we're at a dead end, so I might as well go 1, 2 and finish my turn. So will you?
Sedatives.
Sedatives, yeah. All right, Mythos phase. Silence reigns complete, enveloping silence, no effect.
Should be at the end.
Be the very last card.
Yeah. Close to it.
All right. I just thought you could find it quickly. So at the start of your turn, you may discard 3 damage, 3 horror if you discard. Okay, so I can hold on this, so I can get rid of dazed because the turn is done. Okay. All right, so I'm right here. I'll go ahead and just go 1, 2 again. That does put me in that room, and I'll search this question mark here. For my second action, pile of papers. The papers are stacked on the table, are invitations marked with today's date. The stars have come around to their positions in the circle of eternity. The Vanderbilt Astronomy Association cordially invites you to a celebratory evening. Gain a clue. Man.
That's a clue.
All right. Again, let's not jinx it. So I 1, 2 searched. All right, I'll explore because I'll pretty much get it free. This leads to a small front room of the mansion. One with the pool table. The billiards room. A warmly lit room greets you as you swing open the door. Pool table takes up most of the room, and a small bar stocked with bootlegged liquor is tucked into the corner next to the door. We got so used to Gloomhaven just having everything for us.
Yeah.
Oh, the couch is that way, so you should have the door. Okay, let's see what we're adding. Clue token. This is a large chest. That's good. And I may move one in, so it's basically a free movement. Am I done then? 1, 2, search, and then explored. Yes, I'm done. So most of yours is probably just gonna be
How much can I move?
2 per turn, or 2 per action. Excuse me.
Okay. 1, 2. 1, 2. And then, because.
It looks like that's all that's in there, so I would not bother coming in.
I'll go there then.
Do you have anything left?
I used all 3.
1, 2, 1 movement, 1, 2, 1. So yeah, all 3 actions were used to move.
Okay.
All right. The door begins rattling and shaking as if someone or something on the other side is trying to get through. This mythos events affects the investigator in a space with the door who has suffered the most horror. You suffer the most horror.
I guess I am in the wing of the door. The space with the door. So technically
Well,
that, yeah.
I guess so. Well, I mean, these are open doors too. All right. So we'll resolve it. This will be you.
The door suddenly flies open. 2 agility.
Nice. What is your special ability again? We don't want to forget.
Oh. You may move 1 space before or after performing an explore action, resolving the effects of a sight token.
Okay, so that's here. These are sight tokens.
Yeah.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
Pass, you jump back to avoid the door, but no one is there.
Okay. All right. Since you've got the pad, why don't you go ahead and do your turn? I don't see any reason why.
Okay.
So
Explore
explore
this painting.
Okay.
Mysterious painting of a landscape under the night sky overlooks the lavish entryway. Shadow figures can be seen amidst the landscape. However, something in the stars catches your interest. Lore. 4.
Yeah, you've got 4s on almost everything.
3 and 4s. Ooh.
Good.
Oh, I
That's
can't even change.
You can't even change any of them. You jinxed it. They're like, "Pfft, are you blind?"
Your recollection of the constellations is hazy, but something about the paintings rubs you the wrong way. There must be a detail you're missing.
Okay, so that's your first action. You got 2 more. You can do it.
I'll try.
You can keep doing. You can do it again until it's. All right. You don't need to read.
Maybe
2 of them. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Convert 2 of them.
Okay.
You're only looking at a painting.
Yeah. You identify several of the specks of light in the sky as planets. They are all occupying the same section of the sky, as if coming into alignment, not unlike the planets in the sky tonight. Beneath the painting, a plaque reads, "In memory of Lilith Vanderbilt. Gain 2 clues, then discard."
Okay. All right. You got 1 more thing. You gonna go in that room?
Yeah.
Okay. Door leads to a small front room. Okay, study. The light from the entry shines into the dimly lit office as you open the door. A lamp sits on a large wooden desk, casting long shadows across a mess of papers and books scattered around the room. Place the study. So, looks like it'll match up here. Let's see what's in here. All right, question mark. The desktop under the lamp is cluttered with papers. Across the room, a bookcase stacked with books and other items against one's wall. Among the items, you spot something placed full of holy water. Okay.
I think that's towards the end, I remember.
Oh, it's near the bottom
Yeah.
of the stack. No, you're lying. Holy water. Okay. Oh, that's over here. And search token here. Leads to the back hallway. And you may move in.
That's it for me. I
That's
think.
it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's see what we've got here for me. A large chest, that's right. You move to open the chest, but find it's locked with a heavy padlock, of course. This device is sturdy, but you believe you could unlock to tap to do the puzzle. All right. So with the puzzle, you're supposed to do one. So this is a skill observation. I'm supposed to use 4 tries. Was that?
Yeah.
It was whatever your skill was you got, but we just go until it's solved. Otherwise, this game is.
I can do this.
Danny's.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
I probably would have taken like 2 times.
I think you moved to exactly 4.
Oh.
You hear an audible click and the padlock pops open. Inside the chest, you find a grotesque statuette of an octopod dragon and something else that might be of use. Getting the King James Bible and the grotesque stone. Will you look for the grotesque stone? King James Bible. Gosh, is everything at the bottom of this thing? There you go, there it is. Okay, so the statuette will not do anything. It just means that later on it might say if you have the statuette, something happens. So the King James Bible, if you or another investigator within range may discard a face down horror. Okay. We've got lots to remove horror and healing. Okay, so that was first. That's done. Oop. There is nothing else in this room, man. Lots of. So first action was search. So I'll go 1, 2. I could go this way. Yeah. Why didn't I? 1. Okay. So searched. 1, 2. Third action, move 1. Yeah. Kind of stuck. Okay. All right. You're up.
I went first.
Oh, you went first.
Yeah.
I always forget.
A senseless chatter rises, filling not just the air but Ursula Downs' mind. Ursula Downs suffers 2 horror and what is that? Will negates. Will plus 1 negates. 4. Yeah.
How many were taking 2 horror?
I don't want to take
Yeah, you can negate both of them then.
Okay. Nothing.
All right, go ahead. You got the pad. Unless we really need to, you go first, just so we keep track.
Okay, I guess I'll explore this
Question mark.
desk.
Okay.
Filled with random clutter with a small space cleared in front of the chair for working. He digs through the dense paperwork cluttering the desk, looking for anything of interest. Observation, which I actually have to roll 1 less because of my hallucinations. Ugh.
Yeah, 1 may do it. It's just papers again.
Yeah.
All right, put in. We don't know how many. Yeah, there you
As
go.
he shuffled through the seemingly endless paperwork covering the desk, he spotted a weather journal that looks out of place amidst the mundane clutter. He covered the journal marked Lilith Vanderbilt, gained the old journal unique item. Discard the search token. The investigator holding the old journal can read through the entries by interacting with it.
Okay. All right, so you might as well see what's in there for your second action.
Yeah. Journal of Lilith Vanderbilt. Pages are torn and frayed from hard use. You turn to an entry from several years ago. William has gotten increasingly secretive since he started the Astronomy Association. He's been working on some secret project in the yard and even installed an alarm to keep people out. What does he not know that I have found that the wiring he installed in his bedroom in the back of the house? I can use it to unlock the door in the yard when he's gone. Dana Clue.
Well, my name's William. That's weird. Huh. Okay.
Journal entries continue on for several months. You can continue reading. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it wasn't another action, was it? Did it
I
have-
didn't even tap anything, I don't think.
Well, you just hit continue.
Oh,
So I don't know if it was an extra action or not.
okay. You flip forward several months through the entries. The writing, it gets increasingly frantic and haphazard. The photograph falls from between the pages. The photo shows several men in the fancy suits and reads, Vanderbilt Astronomy Association. There are also some strange markings on the photo that might help your investigations. I found William's book's occult garbage. William's friends threatened me again. I fear not for myself, but for us all.
Ryla or something. That's
Gibberish.
yeah, gibberish.
So for one horror and gain the photographic evidence. Space out. Good. Nothing.
Okay. Continue.
Madness continues for pages, but right at the end a single entry stands out, written in a steady hand. It will not be long now. When I pass, I want my ashes spread along the coast. I have always loved the sea. Dana Clue. Okay.
Yeah, I think that was all considered one action.
Ugh.
Lots of reading for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've done one thing basic. Well, you searched and did the journal, so you have one action left. Just move in there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I might as well explore into here with the bathtub.
Yeah.
The plaque reads WC. See, technically I'm WY, William York, so I don't think that's just coincidence. Through the door, we find a small bathroom. Discard this. Okay, there's
I don't think it's initials. I think that's just the thing that bathrooms have. I don't know.
well, it could mean water closet, I guess. Okay, may move in. So I've searched. Might as well search the question mark. Wooden cabinet sits against the wall. Try the drawer, but work. Man, does nothing work in this place? Gosh dang, gotta break everything open. Strength. I better spend 2.
Oh, you already had one.
I had 1, but I'm gonna go for all
Oh.
3.
Okay.
Well, I did 1 and hit accidentally next, so I only needed 1. With a powerful tug, you open the drawer. Inside, you find an item that looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time, giving the jewel skull. So we have the Path of the Serpent expansion, so you do see some items mixed in, monsters mixed in. So that's where this one comes from. The jeweled skull. Good grief.
It's a common item.
Yeah.
Give me F.
I saw it earlier today. There it is. Okay, grief. At the end of the investigation phase, you may discard 2 clues to become fearless. I can't remember
That's
what.
a good one.
I think fearless was a good one. Effects cannot cause you to suffer horror unless you choose to discard so you get it for a turn. So how do you know when that's gonna be helpful is the problem. Okay, so what did I do?
You moved and.
Well, I did that, then searched, so I have 1 more.
I don't think the side tokens cost an action.
Yeah, okay. So I just have to be there. Yeah, you're right, it doesn't cost an action. The hall continues from the bathroom hall toward the side of the mansion. Place the hall end tile. It's got a big rug in the middle. chairs down here, so they're going to loop around. All right, so that should be me, correct? Done?
Yeah.
Okay, and someone who's in a hurry has knocked over a stack of papers. Yep, I like how they thematically
Yeah.
tie a lot of these together. 2 doors lead out. I'm sure that's going to be up here. Okay, all right. So far, not a lot of fighting. The piping, haunting music echoes from everywhere. Only William York can hear it. He suffers 2 horror. Lore +1 negates, then flip 2 horror face up. So if I get them, then I have to. Ooh,
Oh.
perfect. Nothing scares me. All right. Well, we are playing, I think, the introductory scenario, which is only 2-star difficulty. All right, a robed figure from a secret door begins searching around. Upon seeing signs of other people, he yells, "There's someone here!" You hear a muffled response from another part of the estate. "Get rid of them." Spawn a cultist. So we've got our nice, now red-robed cultist in sickly skin. Okay. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Now, we've been missing a lot of these things. As I was painting them, I realized some of them have special abilities.
Oh.
Like flying would be able to go through impassable and stuff. He has nothing. So he has to go 1, 2 this way. All right, no investigator. Okay, and then it says the horror check. We do not do horror checks because that's just extra punishment.
Yeah.
Okay. And the phase, all right. So holy water, you can discard horror, become focused, then discard this card. Focused is the one I think that gives you can turn all
question marks
to successes automatically. Yes, you discard it. So
I think that's good because I
Yeah.
have a bunch of more.
so 1 action, pick it up. Do you want to discard it for an action? And you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2nd action, you discard it, become focused. So you can keep that until you use it.
Yeah. And also it's sent to discard a horror.
Oh, you're correct.
I'm gonna get rid of my hallucinations.
Okay. So that was 2 actions. So your last action would probably be
Open that door.
open
I
that
guess.
door, which
That's nice.
it automatically does. So you,
I guess I could
Move.
move into there, yeah.
okay. All right.
I'm done. I
Done.
guess.
Okay. All right. I would not be surprised if these
I think they do.
loop up too. So I will explore this one. This one here I'll explore. This is the library.
It's a big one.
Well, no, it's actually, the door creaks on its hinges. You push it open to reveal the library. Bookshelves line the walls. Find the library token. We haven't had any expansion tiles yet. Most of them are outside, so
Like this. Yeah.
the door's on that side, yeah. And then it's going to close off that wall. And then a question mark here.
Door.
Good enough.
Yeah.
All right, question mark here. This is research materials on a wooden desk. And then one road figure is pushing a bookshelf back in place. Why isn't there a dude there then? Okay.
Maybe it's not that.
All right,
well,
and a cultist. Figure shouts with a, oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Seeing you spawn a cultist, suffer 1 horror, and willpower will negate it. Is that 4? No, that's 5.
He's a little like, token on him.
Oh, yeah. Ah, see, nothing scares old William. Okay. You may move 1 space into there. I guess so, that way I'm ready to fight. Okay, we are... No, that's all I've done. I can fight him now.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've only
explored.
explored, yep. So fight this one. I'm fighting the one with this. Okay, the symbol on it. So they are 3. I'm going to attack him. I have the head shears, and that's it. So that is a bladed weapon. As you approach, your foe lashes out at you. You sidestep the strike and slash at the outstretched limb. Agility 2. Okay.
They're all different. No matter what weapon you use.
Try and guess which weapon and which abilities. Alright, I'll have to spend a token. Make that a success. If you pass, your enemy cries out in pain and surprise. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test result.
So 5.
So 5. You dead. Alright, so I get the token back for killing a monster.
Oh.
We'll just keep it over there. Alright, so third action, let's go ahead, go back to the map. Oops. There we go. Okay, so go back to the map and I'll explore this question mark here. A large scroll with the solar system is sprawled here. The scroll is marked with the orbits of the 8 planets. A straight line is drawn out across them from the sun, marked as today's date, and the words planetary alignment. Gain a clue, then discard it. Okay.
Got it?
You did all your stuff, right? You went first? Okay. Alright, so yep. Okay, so this guy's probably gonna move.
Yeah.
Everywhere Ursula down looks, she sees the same thing, a child, her face bleeding, one finger pointed directly at her. Suffer 2 horror. I've got nothing so far.
Okay. Flip 1 damage face up, then flip this test down.
Okay, so turn that sideways so we know that's if we have to flip. We know we mark them so we know if we have to flip them up later.
No, this side.
Oh, you do have to. Yeah, you have it.
Flip 1 more face up, then flip this thing face down.
So we could just
Do a cycle.
just loop it. Okay, all right.
Sure. Just stop.
Let's just stop it. Yeah.
Minor shock. So I have 2 of those.
Okay, so what is that?
Just nothing.
Oh, minor shocks to
Yeah.
nothing. Okay. All right. What's this cultist gonna do? The cultist moves
Oh,
two.
flip it face down. Nothing.
See you later. 10 o'clock.
6.
Okay. All right. So this cultist moves 2 spaces to be within range as many investigators as possible. So 1, 2 is actually I'm the closest one. Okay. Within range, who has suffered the most horror? Technically, actually, you are within range because it's 3 spaces is range, and there's not a doorway there. So I'd say that would attack you then.
Okay. Cultist with arms lifted chants the words to some vile incantation. Suffer 2 damage. Lore negates. Up to turn 1.
No, you got 2. Oh,
No.
1's behind you. Okay, you didn't
Yeah.
roll that one. Okay. So you converted 1. Okay.
You suffer no damage. You redirect part of the spell. The monster suffers 1.
Okay. Yeah. You don't scare me.
Beat him with my bare hands.
Yeah.
Then. It was a horror check.
Because you still don't have a whip. What's your... Oh, you just can't be poisoned.
Yeah. I only
Okay.
have the knife, which
Did we finish that? Okay, end of missile. Okay. All right. So, go ahead and take your turn then.
I'll just ignore that guy for now. Wait
Okay.
until he comes to me, I guess.
Yeah, you can still investigate because he's not in the same space as you. So
Stack
you're
of
doing
papers.
this, okay?
Yeah. Amidst the mundane paperwork, you find a weathered page covered in a strange script. Someone has scrawled a note in English across the top of the page. Speak these words for great power.
We
I'll
know,
do it.
we know speaking words in this game can be bad.
I'll
All right.
recite the script.
Okay.
The eldritch words take on a life of their own as you speak them, reshaping your mind with new understanding of the script you were looking at. The lights flicker and you hear a whisper in your ear. Power comes with a price. Gain the Wither spell. That's good.
Okay, that one's a good attack spell.
Yeah.
Okay, we've discarded the token. What's the price though?
The Wither.
Well,
It's a good price.
yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
You still got 2 more.
I'm gonna explore this way.
Okay.
A weathered door stands at the end of the hall. You hear bizarre noises from the other side. When you try the handle, you find the door is locked. A keyhole sits beneath
Okay.
the brass door handle.
All right, so yeah.
I guess not.
No. Okay, so
That was an action.
did it take an action just to do that?
I think
It had
just
a-
to try. Oh, I guess not.
No, it did not.
Okay.
So
Well,
you
it
still have
didn't-
2 more.
Yeah. Go that way instead, I guess. You suspect that
Because it
unmarked
didn't have
door-
this explore token.
No.
Okay. All right. So you're okay.
The unmarked door leads to a bedroom. Door opens. I need bedroom 2.
Okay. Go ahead.
One. Let me see bedroom 1. Oh, I got it. It was on the other side.
Okay.
This way.
Yep, that is here. Okay, that's gonna go, and then a question mark here. This is writing desk. Again, oh, an immense book, not just scattered papers. And in the far corner, another chest sits next to the master bed. And you may move 1. Okay, so you did this,
Yeah.
and then you moved
And explored.
and explored, so you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that still a dude? Is this a secret passage here? See runic search. Okay, I should go. So 1 movement, search. You push aside the shelf to reveal the ritual circles the butler spoke of. You attempt to trace them as he told you. Tap to use the puzzle using lore, which we don't care. So, is it? Okay, it's a slide puzzle. Okay.
Can't even tell what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I assume that's maybe the middle.
Well, those definitely line up.
Oh, yeah.
That lines up. No.
Oh wait, I think that lines up.
There we go. Okay. All right, the slide puzzles were introduced in the expansion. You trace a continuous line through the winding markings as the butler instructed you. The ruins illuminate with a strange green light, and a wall panel opens, revealing a secret door to a hidden study behind the wall. Gain a clue. And the wall, so discard that. And add now office wall tile, or tile. Secret panel on the wall slides open noiselessly and you peer into a hidden office. Place the wall office tile. It's got a desk and a bunch of chairs.
Where is it?
Yep.
Huh?
Um,
Oh.
yeah, that way. So the doors, no,
Oh, like that, yeah.
doors will match up. Okay, question mark. This is a bookshelf filled with frightening objects. And another in the desk, an oak desk. Just an oak desk. And I can move 1 space. Okay, so I only moved once.
Yeah.
I searched, which is 2. I got to move for free, so I technically can search that last question mark. The shelf is lined with curiosities from the mundane to the horrifying. As you scan over the various objects, your eyes fall upon an urn marked Lilith Vanderbilt, 1856 to 1925. You pick up the urn and find it filled with ashes. We're gonna smash. It says take, smash, or leave. We're gonna smash. You smash the urn in a cloud of ash and broken porcelain. The room seems to chill as you find an object amidst the ashes. As you pick it up, you hear the sound of a woman weeping. Gain the disc of It's Zamamamana. We've seen this in the card game many times. Okay. Alright, this, roll additional die during the Mythos phase. Oh, so that's permanent. Okay, so I'm done, you're done, Mythos phase. William Rourke thinks he sees a shadowy creature stalking toward him. This is a willpower of 4, plus it's the Mythos phase, so I get to do an extra. 2. Yee! Alright, if he fails, I have to run screaming from the predator. He suffers 2 horror and moves 2 spaces away from the library. Alright, I'm going to spend 2 to succeed. I'll spend those 2 to turn those 2. Alright. Alright, and now you will pay the price for that power. See, I knew that.
Oh,
You summoned a creature. Okay, it's a winged serpent. Feathered serpent, which I just got done painting. Here, okay. The winged serpent. The lights flicker and the air crackles with electricity. Suddenly, reality seems to split before you. A terrifying creature slips through from an unknowable space beyond. Feathered serpent. The cultist moves 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. So 1, 2. Hello. He sounds like Snape for some reason. And we'll attack. So you're the only one there. It says one with the most damage. So cultist utters a low incantation. A strange foul-smelling mist forms in the air. Observation 2.
4.
Do you have any extras? No. Okay, 2. Alright, if you pass, you recognize the danger and cover your mouth to avoid inhaling more of the noxious mist. The feathered serpent moves 3 spaces towards the investigator within range with the highest health. Okay, so this says flying. The monster can move through impassable borders. Oh, that's the dotted lines. It does not pass
The walls.
fly through the walls. So it's going to move
3.
to the highest health. Technically, I guess that's me because you're damaged. So 1, 2, 3.
Good.
Okay, no investigator within range. The feathered monstrosity flicks its tongue out, tastes the air. Its eyes go wild and whips its head to move the direction, so it's going to move. It always does this. Can't attack, so it moves another 3. All right. Again, a horror check, which we skip. So it actually does not attack, it just moves. And, all right.
Guess I'm
Gonna fight the cultist.
Yeah.
He's already down 1. He's got 2 health left.
Spell.
Okay.
Try to sound your way through the alien words. Lore. 2. If you pass, you are struck with sudden and blasphemous understanding, and you no longer mimic sounds, but shout the invocation with keen purpose. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result plus 1. So 3. He's dead.
He's dead. Yeah, I will have my revenge. And a monster dies, so I get a clue.
You're welcome.
All right. So probably that next,
Yeah.
or
No, I'm just gonna.
okay, you're right.
Monastronian desk sits in the corner of the bedroom, holding a massive tome that almost covers the desk's entire surface. You pull a creaking wooden chair up to the desk and attempt to decipher the archaic scribblings on the tome's pages.
Still,
Lore?
okay, lore. We don't know how many. 2.
Might be enough. Plus, I don't have any.
You don't have any, yeah.
So,
You don't have any.
no choice. As you slowly piece together the script, it reveals the directions to some foul ritual meant to summon beings from realms beyond reality, as well as instructions on magics to contain them. Gain the arcane manuscript common, then discard.
Okay, this is a base game one, but I don't think we've ever seen this. Get an extra die during lore tests. Maybe we should put these in alphabetical order. I never thought about that. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So that was 2 attack and a search.
Yeah. And then
So just move.
back there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I will attack the serpent. 5 health. Oh, see, I should have looked at these for the painting guide. Yeah, there's blue on there. Yeah, that's all right. I just saw some guy painted it with some
And
colors.
Like some cool that has like. Oh.
Yeah, it's like,
His head, little feathers.
yeah, the head had 3 different colors too, huh? Oh well.
Okay.
Because these were already in, I'd already glued these tiles and had the pictures, so I just kind of followed some guys on the internet. I just chose some colors for that one. All right, so I have only 1 weapon, so I do have to do the shears, the bladed weapon. Scrambling and reeling, you stay just out of the creature's reach while you look for an opening. Agility 2. I should have known the shears were not a strength weapon.
Yeah.
Do I get other? No, I do not. Most of mine's healing. Blanks. If you pass, you lunge forward. If I did not, if you fail, it's all you can do to stay alive. So 1 action done. So go again. 2nd action. You slash at the creature, but it bats the weapon out of your hand. The blade flips end over end. Agility 2 again. Okay, spend 1. If you pass, you manage to snatch it out of the air and bring it down hard. Nice. Monster suffers damage equal to your test plus 1. So 3 out of 5. Alright. Alright, so last attack. It's going to take me everything here. The beast hurls its limbs towards you and you slash at them as they pass. Agility 2 again. Nice. If you pass, you dodge just enough to get a good angle and cut deep into the creature. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus 1, which doesn't matter. You only needed 2. Dead. And since I defeated a monster, gain clues. So
Yeah.
that was it. Okay. All right. Mythos.
Okay. Ursula Down's limbs are wrecked into impossible angles.
Wrenched.
Wrenched. What did I say?
You said wrecked.
Oh. Into impossible angles by an invisible force. Ursula Down
Ooh.
says 4 damage. Strength plus 1.
Okay. You got, yeah, dang. 4 is gonna like half your health.
Ugh. I have to do
Yeah, spend them.
at
So you
least
only take 1.
1.
Face it. Yeah, it's always face it. Yeah.
It's not.
It's in the sleeve wrong? How can that be? Jeez.
Minor injury, no effect. Flip it down.
Okay. Turn it sideways in case we need to flip it.
Yeah.
We've learned. Okay.
Ooh,
Go ahead.
we should have. Okay. The sound of a woman weeping
Oh,
drifts
that's right.
through the mansion halls, and the air grows icy cold. The ashes strewn about the office stir,
Sweet.
and it goes.
This is completely different than I remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Well, because when you do the app, it does randomize the tiles. The story is mainly the same, but obviously since we have the expansion, it puts that one in. And I don't remember.
I don't remember any. Of
I don't
this.
remember any. I mean, it's been a year since we've. Let's see. Yeah, it's been a year since I bought the game. So
Ashes strewn about the office stir, and a ghostly figure rises from the shadow remains of the urn. Spawn a ghost.
okay, I've got 2 nicely painted ghosts.
Right here. Then each investigator suffers 2 horror. Come on.
Well, you summoned the winged creature by reading the spell, so I'm summoning a ghost. Willpower. It is a mythos, so I gave an extra die.
Oh, good.
2?
Yeah.
Could be bad. Even just taking 1 is bad. I'll take it. I don't want to. Give me a, yeah. Does it say?
2 more. Doesn't say
Well,
face down.
I negated 1. So I'm just taking 1.
Yeah.
Okay. So unless it says differently, it's face up. No additional. Okay. I can take it. Okay, so I spawned the ghost. That's great. Alright, another cultist. I told you. Alright, a robed figure appears from the side door and begins searching around. Upon seeing signs of people, there's someone here. Get a new line, buddy. Get rid of them. Spawn a cultist. Oh, this dude ran.
Oh.
Oh, oh, he does. Oh, he's here. The robed figure sneaks in the dining room and comes face to face with Eugene. He yells in fright. Yeah. He runs to the entryway. Okay, the ghost moves 1 space. He's already, it's already in space. Then it attacks investigator. Okay, so it's going to attack me. I ain't afraid of no ghost. You don't even know that reference either. From the Ghostbusters movie. No. The spirit stands above a spectral vision of your body, hacking it to pieces. Again, it yells, looking up at you. Must we do this again? Influence. Oh, I gotta talk to the ghost. Influence 3.
I don't think you can influence.
This is technically still the mythos space, so I do get a force dice.
You just destroyed her urn.
Oh! Yahtzee.
Apparently that was enough.
Alright, I am a smooth talker. I've actually done a few influences today. If you pass, you convince the spirit that the cycle is over and it begins to fade. If you fail, the spirit only moves.
It's only more enraged.
So it's, let's see, it was attacking me, so it's no, I'm not doing any damage.
Yeah.
If you pass, you convince the spirit the cycle is over and it begins to fade. Okay, the Celtus moves 2. It's gonna move again. Yeah, move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Yeah, we're both about equal.
Yeah.
Each investigator a horror check.
No.
Okay. So in the mythos, yes. So I'm gonna look and see if that ghost is even on the chart. It's there. I thought it was okay. So basically, I have to attack it in order to be able to continue on. I'm not gonna. We're not big on evading.
No.
Because they just follow you anyways. Yeah. All right, bladed weapon on a ghost somehow. Holding the blade before you like a crucifix, you beg the apparition to depart. Influence +1, so 3 + 1.
I mean, I guess talking to ghosts is cool. But
yeah.
Can't do it all the time.
What do I need?
Suffers
damage equal to your test result. So I can't do anything anyway. So 2 out of 3. So I will do that again. Second apparition drifts over to you, passing effortlessly through solid objects, and you know your weapon will do nothing. That it is hopeless, that you will die. You close your eyes and do your best to banish the fear tearing at your mind. Willpower +1. Ooh. 5.
Ooh.
Equal to the test result. I just need 1. Okay. Done. Bye, ghost. Oh! Kicks me on his way out.
Yeah.
Alright, and a monster is defeated. Another clue.
Nice.
Okay, so I've got 1 more left. So I guess the only thing I can do is move to there. Alright, I did go first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna just wait until that cultist wants to come to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Alright, so we're looking for the key to this room.
Yeah.
It's either here. It's either here or here.
Yeah.
I bet it's here.
Heavy chest sits in the corner near the bed. You notice scruff marks on the floor that indicate that it's regularly moved. You drag the chest across the wooden floor and hear an audible click. You look under the chest to see a small alcove in the floor holding a jumble of electrical wiring. You seem to have triggered something, and now you can hear steady ticking from within. You attempt to rewire the device to stop the timer.
All right, so flip it around real quick. Just making sure we're still recording.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Alright,
good.
I'm good at this.
I'm just glad we didn't get the symbols puzzles because those take forever. Woo!
Ah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
You definitely cut wires and twist others together to reroute the power. As the ticking stops, you hear a click from the other side of the wall out the hallway. Gain a clue. Then discard the search token.
Okay, so I bet that room's unlocked now. Or I bet this is unlocked now.
Okay.
It's really the other thing left to do.
My first thing.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 1 for my last.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and do the mythos.
Without warning, your feet take off under someone else's command. After what seems like hours, you're back where you started. And the exhausting trip ends. Each investigator suffers 2 face-down damage. Strength negates.
Okay.
Ooh.
3 for you.
Ooh.
I'll do 1. I think we're coming to the end.
It's face down.
Face down. Okay.
Cultist moves 2 spaces to the nearest.
Boom. Yep.
Then it attacks Investigator with its highest agility. So.
Yep.
Cultist jabs with the staff, but you catch it. Struggle ensues. Strength 2. Oof. Well, I can only.
Well, you're gonna fail anyways.
Yeah. If you fail, the cultist elbows you in the gut, then uses the newly released staff to crack you across the face. Suffer 1 face down damage and become dazed and stunned.
Okay, there's dazed. The nice thing is these go away though.
Yeah.
Dazed and stunned.
More than a single action, or convert clues. Yeah.
Okay. Okay,
Or
the forward check. Your skip.
Great.
Alright. So I think that's unlocked, but I might as well just see if this is helpful here. That question mark for me. Oak desk has been in good condition. A number of papers and books are neatly stored on the surface. On the desk, you find what looks like a personal planner. There's the key. A brass key clatters from between the pages. You turn to the page that had been holding it and find a note scrawled there. If the alignment truly weakens the veil, I believe that is the only moment we have to break through. I'll make the necessary preparations in the yard, gain the brass key, and incriminating evidence. So there's incriminating evidence and the brass key. Could have swore that clicked to unlock that, but you place the planner back on the desk and search through the drawers. You find something useful, but no additional evidence. Gain the otherworldly compass. Otherworldly compass. Okay. Once during your turn, you may explore an action without spending an action. Nice. I'm glad we don't have restrictions on items.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 1. Second is 1, 2, and third is 1, 2. Okay.
I guess I should beat this guy up.
Okay.
Use my spell. You press your palms together tightly and whisper over them the arcane words. Lore. 2. Okay. To convert 1. If you pass, you pull your hands apart and a cord of crackling energy reaches out, staring your foes. Any number of monsters within range suffer damage equal to the spell's damage. 2.
Okay. 1 off from death.
And then I have to split this.
Yep. I think you forgot last time you
Yeah.
did it.
For a moment, you see yourself in the face of your victim. Suffer one face down horror. Okay. Discard and draw. Wait, what did it say?
One face down horror.
Flip? Oh.
No, just suffer one face down horror. All right, there's your new wither. Everyone has an effect. You never know what's on the back.
Yeah.
All right, so that's first action.
Do it again. Shock runs down your arms as you form the words up for the incantation. Worgen. Actually, that's observation now. Still 4.
You needed a 2 to pass.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got 1. What does your lantern do? Have we?
Discard to convert all magnifying glasses to whatever successes while attacking unarmed.
Oh, you attacked armed. You technically. You could do that one.
Yeah. I'll do
Okay.
Focused.
All right, so that's a success.
Yeah. If you pass, you channel the sensation and guide it toward your enemy. Monster suffers damage equal to the spell.
All right, so he's dead. And another clue for me. You have to do your spell. You did the spell again, right?
Yeah.
So you have to flip over that spell.
Spell rise in your mind like a living thing, lashing out at random around you. Suffer one face down damage.
I don't think you should be doing spells any.
Well.
You have 2. Well, remember you have the lantern now. You can smack something upside the head. I'm afraid the star spawn is going to be our final enemy. All right. So you fought twice. You could investigate this then. I think. Is it open now?
Yeah.
It's cracked open. Okay. So you can investigate there now.
You hear bizarre noises from the other side. Outside. Okay. The smell of soil and rotting plant matter.
I think that's going to be an expansion tile. I think. Or is that an
No, it's right
original?
here.
Oh, it's the original.
Yeah.
Okay. Since we don't have room. Well, I guess I can make some room. He said we needed to go outside, so.
Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, okay. All right.
Smell of soil and rotting plant matter greet you as you open the door to the dimly lit conservatory. Through the windows, you can see a walled-off side yard. A massive circle of ruins has been carved into the earth. Oh wait, is that the conservatory? Yes.
Yeah. It's the right one.
The cramped space is filled with yard tools and other landscaping supplies. Among the supplies, you spot something useful. Place a sledgehammer. Nice.
Okay. There's the sledgehammer.
Place it in the room. Yeah. Great. 2 robed figures stand across from each other over the ritual circle, chanting. The one nearest to you seems to be in some kind of trance and hardly acknowledges your approach. Is one a cultist? The other figure lowers the hood of his robe and points at you with an ornate dagger. What are you doing in on my property? You are meddling in things you do not understand, and you will die for it. It's one a priest of Dagon.
Dagon. It's another red robed. Yep. Okay.
This is William Vanderbilt. William Vanderbilt begins chanting a heinous incantation that causes reality to warp and shift. Terrible fish-like creature slips through the fabric of reality and into our world. Deep one.
They're the greenish yellow. Yeah.
That is
Here.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. And another one. with this.
Eyes.
Here. Okay.
Ah, another one.
The bedroom. These look so much better painted now. It looks,
Yeah.
even though alright, so that's something we're gonna need to stop.
Yeah. The ritual circle on the ground is scattered with candles, skulls, and other trinkets. If you could get these ritual components, you could stop the cult's foul magics and have enough proof to condemn the Vanderbilt family. Interact token. I can move one into there.
Okay. So what did you do? You fought twice and then, okay, you're
Yeah.
done.
You must interrupt the ritual taking place before it's complete.
Okay, so just interact with that token is my guess. We'll see. 1, 2, 1, 2, and interact. Let's see.
Ritual
Seems
circle.
kind of stupid if that's done, you know. Go ahead.
A spiritual circle is carved into the ground and scattered with components. You attempt to retrieve the ritual components, but a malign,
I'm a line, yeah.
malign energy protects them. Disrupt. Using your gut and scraps of knowledge you have gathered, you attempt to remove the items without triggering the defensive magic.
Okay, lore. You may discard any number of evidence to convert equal number. Okay.
Ooh.
So lore, not the best. So I can't add dice.
You can convert.
So I have 2 evidence. But I also have 1,000 clues.
Yeah.
One,
How much do we need?
we don't know. You remove several items successfully, but you trip up, causing the magic to lash out and you burn your skin, suffer 1 face down damage. Okay. So I don't know if I do not think I did that. But my turn is done. I'm probably gonna get pummeled now. Okay.
Do
Mythos.
this quickly then.
Yeah. Light fades from around you, leaving anything anything even inches from your face obscured. Place darkness in each space in the conservatory. So just actually here. That's it. That's the conservatory.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're 2 different.
Okay, so this here,
No.
technically that's the conservatory. Yeah, nothing else would be. So it's just going to affect you.
Stumbling to where you know there is a light, your hand can feel the heat coming from it, though your eyes cannot detect the slightest illumination. Suffer 3 face down horror. Will plus 1.
Okay, actually, these are gone.
That's. Ugh.
Dazed and stunned are gone.
Yeah.
Do you have any items to assist you for your roll?
That's for lore.
You're doing willpower.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Oof. 1. Yeah. So I don't
Face down horror. Okay. You have 7 and 7, so you're 1 away from going insane. Okay. The cultist moves 2, which he does not need to. He will attack me. The cultist wraps his grimy hands around your neck, squeezing tight. A strength of 2, which I have 4. Yeesh. Alright. Actually, it won't matter because I'll fail anyways. If you fail, the lack of oxygen causes your vision to swim face down damage, 2 face down damage. And become dazed. which is weird. You cannot spin clues to convert dice results or perform additional puzzle steps. Okay, so yeah, it's bad. So this guy, Vanderbilt, is going to come up here and will attack me. The Vanderbilt smiles and makes a series of strange gestures. You gird yourself up for a horrible spell, but instead your foe has a knife at you. Observation 2. Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to interact with this guy here. Observation 2. I have 4. Oh, it is the Mythos event. I should have had an extra die on that last one.
Yeah.
Okay, pass. If you pass, you realize the ruse just in time and the blade hardly touches you. I still suffer face down damage. Okay. Oop. Okay, where's all this free? Okay. The deep one, the blank one. So that one moves 2.
Then moves
Okay.
2 again, probably.
This one moves 2. That has to go all the way around. Ah! Mother. And then the green one, 1, 2. No investigator. And horror check. So we would have to take a horror check for like just destroy us. Okay, so I technically can't do anything in here till these guys are defeated. So one of us is probably going to have to take most of our turn to try and kill both of them. Vanderbilt has, oops, and the Mythos space. Vanderbilt, let's see how much health he has.
I think I saw 6.
6, and the cultist has 3. So I can possibly do the cultist in one shot. So let's try the cultist first. We're going to attack him. All I have is the shears again. I have lots of stuff that can heal. At the start of your turn, discard 3 damage and 3 horror. If you do, discard this at the end of your turn. It's not an action, so I'm going to do that. Discard those 3 and a horror. At the end of my turn, I might as well just discard it now. The sedatives. Okay. I can heal your damage if I need to, and I can heal your horror if you come up with, well, it says, well, within range. Those are both actions. I don't want to use those. I don't think those actions. We need to take out both these guys, and then maybe you come. How much evidence do you have?
2.
2. Okay. So we both have the same amount of evidence. We both have the same.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, let's see if I can hit this one shot. This guy. Strength finally of 2. So 4. If you fail, your enemy adapts. Okay, so that's turn 1. Turn 2. Dang it. We're doing so good. Strength again of 2. You attempt to bat your foe's defenses aside. Okay, I gotta do those 2. Okay, if you pass, you take advantage of the opening and strike. The monster suffers damage equal to the weapon's damage plus your test, so he is dead. Okay. And a clue for defeating a monster. Last one, let's do some Vanderbilt damage. Yeah, I have to do bladed. That's all I've got for weapons. Your opponent catches your wrist. Your blade stops inches from its flesh. You struggle to press the blade home. Strength of 2, which I pass. If you pass, your enemy defense gives way and your weapon bites deep. The monster suffers damage equal to your test result plus 1. So 3. And I'm done. All right, the question is, do we want to waste time picking up that sledgehammer? Let's see, you are in darkness. How does darkness affect items? I can't remember. Do you? Cannot spend clues to convert dice or perform additional puzzle steps. Investigators ignore darkness if you have a light source.
Oh yeah, there's a lantern.
Okay. So picking up the item won't affect anything. It says may suffer 2 damage to convert all hourglasses to successes when attacking. So Vanderbilt's down 3. So you got a pretty good shot of picking this up, and well, you're only gonna have 1 shot to take him out. So I would say not. I would say not. Use 1 action to move here, 2nd action to attack, 3rd action to interact.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's my. Because if we interact, we might finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
You've got a spell.
Probably gonna kill me, but.
Are you using the spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
You try to sound your way through the alien words. Lore. Actually, I get an extra because my manuscript.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 5. That sucks. Well, I did 2. Equal to my test result +1, so it doesn't matter.
3 damage. Okay.
Yeah.
He dead.
Dead.
Okay. Now do your spell backfire.
Oh, yeah. See the spell ripple and spread from where it hit your target. You suffer 1 face down damage, and the monster suffers 1 additional.
Okay.
Face down.
So we put these on the bottom of our stack. If she does it so many times, we just get back to the next
Yeah.
one.
I don't remember it being so bad.
Yeah, they're pretty bad. All right, so interact with that. See what we can do there. I've added 1. I don't know if it's keeping track that I think it usually keeps track. If you fail, it keeps track that we've added 1 already.
Using your gut and scraps of knowledge you have gathered.
Oh, and you've got the ancient texts.
Yeah. You attempt to remove the items without triggering the defense magic. So, all 5.
Maybe since I failed so horribly. No, Vanderbilt summoned these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Convert both of them. That gives you 3 successes.
Yeah.
Plus my 1.
enough.
There we go.
Carefully performing each step, you remove the components from the ritual circle. Almost immediately, some of the malign energy seems to fade from the air around you. You've put an end to the cold spell scheme. Gain the ritual component's unique item. Then discard this interact.
Did we win then? Wait just a second. Till I... Ritual items?
Yeah. Components.
Ritual components. Okay. Alright. Then it'll probably say we ended.
The investigation is complete if an investigator escapes a mansion with a ritual component's unique item. Investigators win the game when the investigation is complete.
Okay, so we get out the doorway. Okay, so it says the one with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to escape. All right, we both used up all of our turns, so it's the mythos. Yeah, usually we don't have to escape. Usually we just disrupt something. A small symbol etched in the metal of the key you found comes alive with a finger, with the touch of a finger. The mythos affects the investigator with a key, so that's me. So go ahead and resolve. Your mind forms a strange, unwilling bond to come to some alien being, suffer 2 horror, willpower negates. And I'm in the mythos phase, so I get all. Oh, this is gone. Dazed is gone. 2, and then flip 2 horror face up, which I do not have.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, deep 1 blank. Moves 2.
Yeah, the problem is we're gonna be surrounded.
Red.
Red. 1, 2.
2. Yeah. And this one.
Yeah. Okay,
And
horror checks. Skip. Okay. Do you have a ranged?
no. Well.
Yes, your spell is ranged.
Yeah.
Well, are we?
I think we could.
Yeah, is that? Have we been counting this as 2 spaces though?
I mean,
I don't know
technically
if
that's.
that-
I don't know
yeah.
if that's a. That's
don't
not
know.
a door.
I don't
So I
know.
don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely in range, so why don't you see if you can take that one out at least?
The green one.
The green one. You have 3, so it's possible to one-shot these guys.
You struggle to pronounce the blasphemous phrase, arcane words twisting your tongue.
And remember,
5.
yeah, you get, because of your lore.
Yeah. 2. If you pass some
Primordial.
primordial instinct guides your speed. The monster suffers damage equal to the spell's damage plus your test
Yeah,
result.
that's enough.
Negative. Then
That's what those make when they die. And I get a clue.
and I do my thing. You shout as the spell leaves your body, barely managing to direct its wild power at another foe. Another monster within range suffers 2 damage.
No. Unfortunately.
If no other monsters are within range, another investigator within range suffers 1 face down.
Thanks. Alright.
Discard and gain a new.
I think you've gone through all of them now.
Those are all bad.
So you're probably... Okay, so that was pretty good. So that was action 1.
I'm gonna try and get out, I guess.
Yeah. So 1, 2, you have to move there. Either way they're gonna either if you go this way or this way. So you can go 1, 2, so that's your last movement.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you can't evade them. Your next not this turn, but your next turn.
That'd probably be better than trying to attack.
Yeah. Alright, so for me, again, I don't know. This seems like it's 2 different spaces. So 1, 2. Actually, I'll see if I can 1, 2. Alright, I'll see if I can take him out.
Red.
Yeah. Bladed again. Agility of 2. You clasp your blade firmly and swing in a wide arc. Agility is 3 for me. Yeesh. So I'm not gonna pass, or I won't pass anyways.
Yeah.
If you fail, it definitely dodges. That's it.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's definitely gonna attack, but at least now we may have a choice of what attacks. A strange vaporous odor fills the air. The Mythos events affixed in the entry hall.
No one.
Okay, the butler. Okay, he's dead.
Great.
Okay, I hit resolve effect, but I shouldn't have. So the blank monster, yeah, 1, 2.
We could have him go 1, 2 that way, because through the door that way, so he doesn't.
Yeah, that's a little cheap.
Okay.
All right, highest agility.
4.
Okay.
Great.
Well, it just means you have a better chance of succeeding.
Well, now he's using observation. The monster shuffles forward and back, circling and croaking. Well, I am a 4.
Yeah, okay. Either one. It's just weird, yeah. Agility, and then you have to do observation. 2.
If you pass, you realize that it is attempting to lure you into a crude trap. Okay, that's it. Yeah,
Nothing?
nah.
Okay, the red one.
Same space.
Animal attack.
Lowest strength.
I'm 4. Alright.
Attacks me then. Creature's web fingers grip a heavy chunk of bone pale coral. Where? Okay. Which it lifts above its head and swings directly at you. Suffer 2 damage. Strength plus 1. 4.
Yeesh. 1.
1 from going
Both.
injured, wounded, and insane.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, that's the horror checks. Okay, so since you're almost dead, what you could do is you could trade the evidence with me or the ritualistic items
Oh.
just in case.
I mean, well, technically when I'm
You're not. It won't end.
I have to
You-
go
you-
through it again.
You start again, right? But you're damaged, but you could have severe wounds and let you not move. I mean, we only have two movement plus an
I
explorer.
think also once I get wounded or saying I have to flip all of them up.
Yeah, let me see if I can take these monsters out, and then you can run out if we need. All right, so neither of them are wounded, so I'll attack the non-marked one. I mean, I could use my actions to get rid of one of each, but that won't really help too much. I'll just see if I can take these out. Okay, you quickly close on your foe and direct a slash across the stomach, agility of 2. Alright, spend that. Okay, hopefully if you pass, the blade leaves a bloody gash. Monster suffers damage equal to weapon plus your test results. So that one is dead.
Yeah.
Okay. We've had a lot of weapon plus the test results. That usually doesn't happen. And I get a clue back. Alright, so I will attack the other one. I got you, girl. Alright, agility rushes. Your opponent rushes forward and you lift your blade to receive the charge. Ooh, well, actually, willpower's better. I don't have anything to boost. Okay, let's do that. Do I need to do another one? If you pass, damage equal to weapons damage. So it'll only take 2 anyways. Okay, so I don't want to.
Equal to the weapons damage.
The weapon.
Isn't it 3?
Oh, the weapons damage is 3. Yeah, I was looking at this for some reason, which is weird. The sledgehammer is less. Okay, so they're dead. All right, so so I gain a clue back. Wow. So technically, I can go 1, 2. All right, you basically.
Oh, I haven't gone yet.
No, just 1, 2. Interact. The mansion's front door is just in front of you! Exclamation point. The investigation is complete if investigator escapes the mansion with the ritual components. Investigators win the game when the investigation is complete, of course.
Yeah.
You can escape only if you have the ritual components. All right, escape.
I'm just leaving without you then.
You throw the door open and flee into the night, carrying the proof of Vanderbilt's heinous crimes with you. The investigation is complete. Each investigator wins the game, unless an effect such as insane conditions specifies otherwise, which is stupid.
Oh, yeah.
All right, there is our. Let's turn that off. Yeah, one of our very few wins. We've actually had the completion. Wait for me. But that was a 2-star out of 5, easy difficulty technically. I mean, I had a ton of stuff there.
I had a rough time.
You had kind of a rough time. Well, yeah.
I was one away from going insane, and
But considering neither of us went insane or were wounded at all, because usually that happens every game.
oh yeah,
We usually have that every game, and we fought quite a bit. We fought quite a few monsters.
We killed all of the ones that came across us.
Yeah, we killed everything, and some of them twice. So, I mean, that was all of these.
You even killed Vanderbilt.
We killed all of these plus a couple of double cultists. So we did pretty good. It just sucks that some of the stuff I had, I didn't even really. During your turn, you can pull a form of explore action for free. I could have gotten rid of 1 damage and 1 horror eventually.
I could have gotten rid of one of my horrors with my.
I don't think I ever would have used the skull. Discard 2 clues to become fearless. Fearless is just avoid horror, but
You may.
you may, yeah, and then it's gone. So I don't know. How do you determine when you want to do that? I guess maybe if you're just about to be insane, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right, yeah, we really like this game. We just haven't played it for a while with all of our other stuff, but I just finished painting all these miniatures here recently, so I thought we might as well. We painted them all. The first time painting most of this stuff, I always wanted to do it, so I thought I'd give it a try this summer, and I think they're turning out pretty good.
Yeah.
Depending on.
I really like the feathered side.
Yeah, these turned out pretty good. Those turned out pretty good. Pull out the one you did. Show the.
Oh.
The snake, yeah, the basilisk you did. That turned out really good. So Danny did the basilisk, a purplish color. That looks really good. That turned out really good. And I'm pretty happy with the star spawn too that I did.
Yeah.
That one turned out pretty good too. So it's kind of adds a new atmosphere when they have them painted. So, and the internet says anybody can do it, and you really can. If I just watched a few people on some few techniques and some practice, and it's really not too hard. You can tell this one didn't get hardly anything, depending on the level of detail. They got more or less. You can kind of see some of these have a little bit more, but we try to put quite a bit into, especially these bigger ones. And then I saw the idea of making kind of the ectoplasm ghost, the green glow instead of, I was just going to go for straight white. And then, trying to paint membranous wings and so forth.
I really like the star spawn.
That turned out pretty good. Yeah, I really like what I did with the back and his butt. No, I'm really pleased with the head. Turned out really, really nice. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching us. Something that wasn't dice thrown. It's nice to play. We also painted up all of our Hellboy. So maybe the next day or two we'll play Hellboy too. We painted up all the Hellboy. Now I'm out of figures. Went a lot faster than I thought it would. So anyways, I thought it would take me most of the summer. Being a teacher and having the summer off, I thought I'll spend the summer painting, and doing a set of these like all the cultists in one day doesn't take too long at all. So once again, appreciate your guys' support for our channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.